Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day so far. Today we're doing something a little bit different and we are dedicating this video to Valentine's Day. I'm going to be doing a Valentine's brunch for my mom and Brooks. He doesn't have school today, so I invited her over to have a sweet little pre-Valentine's Day brunch. This is going to be a pancake inspired charcuterie board, so I'm really excited to get it rolling. I'm also going to put together a pretty flower arrangement that I can have on our table throughout this weekend. So I hope you guys are inspired by this video. I've had so much fun planning it, so I'm excited to see it all come to life. If you've seen over on Instagram, I shared a pink latte drink that I made at home, and I'm going to show you guys how to make that today. If there are recipes to anything, I will link the websites down below. If you'd rather follow that, make sure to like this video if you enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe, and let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so today I'm putting together a Valentine's Day charcuterie board, and I'm starting out by making some kodiak cake pancakes. I just followed the directions on the back of the box on how to make these pancakes, and I used milk instead of water just to make it a little bit richer. I found this pancake mold at TJ Maxx the other day, and I thought they were perfect for Valentine's Day. They make making either eggs or pancakes in a heart-shaped super easy, so I'm excited to elevate the pancakes just a little bit for Valentine's Day. I will say using molds like this can be a little bit tricky, so some things that I found that were helpful were to not fill the entire mold with batter, and runnier batter works better. Also, make sure to spray the molds each time before you put the batter in, that way they won't stick, and that's about it. It's pretty foolproof. I just wish I would have sprayed the molds or at least preheated them by just leaving them on the griddle for a few minutes before I poured the batter in, but I just cleaned it off in between each time and they turned out pretty cute. Now that the pancakes are all made, I'm going to put them on a plate and stick them in the microwave to keep them warm. My favorite Valentine's Day dessert is chocolate covered strawberries, so I wanted to experiment and try to make a healthier version. After I clean off the strawberries, I'm going to start melting my chocolate. So I'm using the Enjoy Life brand mini chips in the semi-sweet chocolate, and these are by far my favorite dairy-free chocolate chips. They are so good, and I was hoping that they would melt well, and to my surprise, they did. I just set it on the melt setting on my microwave, and it heated it up for about a minute and a half, and it melted it perfectly. So while that's in the microwave, I'm going to dry off all of my strawberries very thoroughly. I feel like this helps the chocolate really stick and stay on without peeling off. I'm taking a sheet pan, and I'm also using a cutting mat to hold all of the strawberries, and I'm using kebab sticks to place the strawberries on. I started out using toothpicks and the strawberries were just sliding right off, so I recommend using kebab sticks. They just work so much better, or maybe they're called skewers. Either way, they work a lot better than toothpicks, so use those. And then I just kind of tap off the excess chocolate, and it worked great. I'm gonna pop it on this sheet, and then I will put it in the freezer for about 5 minutes for them to sit up and harden. Now we're going to start assembling our pancake charcuterie board toppings. So some of my favorites are peanut butter, sprinkles for Valentine's Day, maple syrup, of course, and some more chocolate chips. And then I found these cute little marshmallow toppers at Home Goods that I thought would be so cute in a drink. So for the peanut butter, no one wants to put just regular old peanut butter on their pancakes. So a trick is to pop it in the microwave and get it nice and melted. That way you can kind of just pour it over your pancakes and it's delicious. And that's about it. I'm assembling all of the toppings in cute little bowls and these little wooden spoons that I've picked up from Home Goods or the Target dollar spot. They have them pretty much anywhere, and they really make it functional and extra cute. You could also warm up the maple syrup if you would like, but if you do that, you won't be able to pour it back into the bottle to reuse it. So keep that in mind. The chocolate chips are so good. They are a must-have, so of course we went with a big bowl for them. Alright, now let's make some coffee. So we are putting together a pink maple and oat milk latte using cinnamon, beet powder, which sounds really gross, but I promise it's not. You don't even taste it. Espresso, maple syrup, and oat milk. So to start out, I'm using some Starbucks espresso beans, and I'm going to grind them up, and I'm going to pull 2 shots of espresso from my DeLonghi espresso machine. I've had this one for probably over a year now, and it works great. I use it every day, and it makes a really great tasting coffee. While the coffee is getting ready, you're going to get out a blender, and I'm going to pour in a cup of oat milk, and I'm also going to put in a teaspoon of the beet powder. I found this at Walmart, and it really doesn't have a taste, but it makes your drink the most beautiful pink color. So if you want to get that really pretty color naturally without any artificial dyes or coloring, this is the way to go. I'm also adding in 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, and I'm just going to blend this all together and get it mixed really well. You were truly my lover, but it was over so fast. Now I'm going to heat this pink mixture up. That way it just pairs nicely with the warm coffee. So I'm going to place it in my Nespresso milk frother and put it on the hot setting. You need 1/4 cup of espresso, so I could have done 1 espresso shot. That's what I probably should have done, but I'm pouring it into a cup, and then I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of maple syrup to the coffee. I'm going to pour that in and then froth it with my handheld frother to get it just all mixed in and nice and frothy. And then once that's done and the pink foam is ready, you're just going to pour it right on top and watch the magic happen. It is so beautiful and bright pink. I just love it so much. To elevate this drink a little bit more, I'm going to use a stencil to add some latte art on top. I've shown this before and it was a total flop, but I've perfected it, I feel like, and I've just played around with it. So you want to make sure that the foam goes all the way to the top of the cup, and you want the stencil to sit on top of the cup but not suction to the foam. And with that, you get the perfect stencil. This is about 5 to 10 minutes afterwards. You can see the heart's kind of faded, so if you want the latte art, make sure to drink your drink very quickly, but it is so beautiful and so tasty. Next up is a drink for the kiddos, something just fun for Valentine's Day, but also isn't full of artificial colors. So I'm going to make some pink white hot chocolate because it is still winter and pretty cool outside. And for this recipe, I just threw a bunch of stuff together. I'm using some milk, a little bit of vanilla, and I'm heating that up in a pan over medium to medium high heat. I'm also adding in a few teaspoons of cane sugar, and I'm adding in a teaspoon of that beet powder for the color, and I'm just going to whisk this all together. And you might have to adjust the ratios. I ended up having to add a little bit extra milk to fill up a mug, and then I needed a little bit more beet powder just for the color of the drink. And then once all of that is mixed in together, you're going to mix in some white chocolate. So I had some white chocolate bark that I wanted to grate down, that way it would melt a little more evenly and quickly. So I'm just using my cheese grater to do this, and then I will put it in the pan, and it literally melted in like a minute. I'm really glad I did that step. It took a little bit extra time, but it just melted so much more evenly and quickly. Once it's finished, I'm going to set it aside. That way it can cool by the time we are ready to eat. Now let's put together a sweet and simple floral arrangement that's perfect for Valentine's Day. Very neutral, sweet colors. This would be great for your kitchen table, which is what I'm going to do today. Or you could even place it by your kitchen sink with your soaps and a candle, or just on your kitchen island. I feel like it just is a easy way to elevate your space, or if you're having a brunch, you can use it as a pretty centerpiece. So all of these floral stems were from Hobby Lobby when they were 50% off in the floral section, and I just loved the muted pink colors. I thought they were so beautiful and realistic looking. For the vase, I'm just grabbing a white pitcher that was in my hutch, and I'm just going to use that for a simple arrangement. And I love shopping my home for pieces like this. I'm also going to shop my home for a table runner, and I'm going to pull out some prettier dishes than we normally eat just to make it a special little occasion.
Summer, the empire at our fingertips, the autumn to discover. If I would have had the worthiness to be the perfect lover, would you stay under the willow tree when I
here is how the arrangement turned out. I love it. I love these colors. I think it's very sweet and a good transitional piece into spring and warmer months ahead.
Find the right one when the time is right.
Now I'm going to give the table a quick wipe down before I place everything and get it ready for our brunch. I'm just using this Mrs. Meyer's rosemary scent. I feel like this is a really good scent for in between seasons. It smells really clean and fresh, and I just love it. I've been loving it in the hand soap and dish soap also lately. Now that the hot chocolate has cooled, I'm going to place it in a mug, and it's still pretty warm, but warm enough for kiddos. So it's perfect for Brooks. And now I'm going to place everything on the charcuterie board. So this board was from Home Goods. My grandma got it for me for Christmas, and I'm just placing everything on the board, the heart pancakes down the center, and then all of the little ramekins on the sides, as well as the chocolate strawberries. And I even stuck some regular strawberries on there as well in case it was a little too sweet. I know there's a lot of sweetness going on this board, which is so fun. And then I'm throwing on the marshmallows as well. And I almost forgot about the butter, but you can't have pancakes without butter, so I'm going to place that on the board as well. Very carefully brought the board over to the kitchen table and got it all set up with the flower arrangement as well as a couple of plates. And then I wanted to grab some pictures for Instagram, so I thought I would show the behind the scenes of doing that. I take lots of pictures, mainly with my iPhone, and I edit them in Lightroom. And then I'm also bringing over the drinks, and I'm placing one of the marshmallows in the hot chocolate. And Brooks thought that was so cool. And that's about it. Here is the final setup. It was so much fun making all of these goodies and this very simple but really cute Valentine's Day charcuterie board for brunch. You could do so many different things with these. You could do a savory one. This is definitely a sweet charcuterie board. You could even do one with just desserts. Really, the possibilities are endless. Also, make sure to tag me if you decide to try out any of these drinks. I have a few more in mind that I want to try to make, so follow me over on Instagram. I'll be sharing those recipes over there. But we had such a great time having Mom over and snacking on the board and just having a nice little Valentine's Day brunch. So hopefully you can do the same with your family and loved ones. Thank you guys so much for spending some time with me today. I hope you all have a lovely Valentine's Day, and I will see you soon in my next video. Bye, guys.